Alright, I think I could start now. When you live with other people, sometimes you get other people in the background. That's just how it is. Hello, it is me, Emmy here. It's my very first final tribal council, so I'm going all out. So I know that I have not played the best game. I've not made a whole bunch of. Don't pride myself on making a whole lot of big moves, a whole lot of basically like I basically was not like, I guess you can just call it. My game was not perfect. I never did a whole bunch of physical game stuff. I never did a whole bunch of social game stuff. I never did a whole lot of strategical stuff. But I just want to explain why I feel like you guys should give me a chance. But we'll start from the beginning. So I was put on Tronza, and basically I was the only one in my 20s on the tribe. So it was kind of like, are they going to talk to me and all that? Or luckily, most ARC players don't care about age as long as you try and get along with people. So basically, I got along with Phoenix and Lewis and Ben and originally Strail, but like that's a different story. We ended up Crawbot and Felix out, which put me off against Strail because it was his decision. And I really did not like having to vote Felix out because of Carbot, but here we are. And so the second tribal, I was targeted by Bradley, and it was like almost a blindside on me, but we ended up blindsiding Strail in the end because it was just not it. The Crawbot thing was not it. We swapped. We swapped into an OG Tronza majority. On Tronza 2.0, it was me, Lewis, Cheesecake, and Bradley. By then, we had made up. Me and Bradley had made up, and then we got Riley, Martin, and Jakey from OG Limbo. Jakey did quit. I tried to get to know him. He only gave me one response, but I wish him the best of luck with what he's doing. Then we had the codename thing, and basically we won for reasons I don't really know because I never even got to give out a clue. But yeah. And then we lost the next two challenges. We lost the stack challenge, and then we lost the trivia duel, in which the thing is we voted out Riley when he was the only one that won the duel. And the thing is, Riley was the only one that won the duel. Everyone else got less right than OG Denbu person, than the Denbu 2.0 person. And then there was me who lost to Holden on time. And my loss was on time. And I just didn't react the best. And because I was hosting my own org and I was trying to get all this stuff done with the first immunity challenge, and then we had somebody act out, and we lost. We voted out Riley because I think I did try, and I was considering trying to ask about the tribe about organizing a split vote, but in the end, I was not able to do that. And then the merge hit after Riley was voted out unanimously. I believe it's in a self-voting. And so, oh shit. Okay, I'm back. So, I debated whether I was going to mention this thing, and it took me a bunch of back and forth, and then I was like, I might as well just be real, and it's gonna bite me in the butt, I'm sure, because it's very personal, but, well. So when the merge first hit, it was that time for me, sometimes I'll fault, in regards with word people that I can trust or decently trust. I will call it either that time or that week or yada yada yada. But I will say an actual term if I can trust y'all. I could trust like to where it's really bad. I can actually say an actual term. But obviously, the main person I actually use actual terms with in regards to that is my girlfriend Maya. But it, it happened on the first day of the marriage was when I came for yeah, and I was struggling like physically and emotionally. It was draining, and cause I get drained easily when it happens, and then I have to meet new people, and it's like, how the hell am I supposed to do this shit? But managed, barely, but managed. Got to talk into the others. I talked to Daisy. I met Daisy, who eventually ended up becoming a really good ally. She's great. I love her, and I'm glad she took me to FTC. Holden, I really got along with Holden from the day of that merge, and I did really well in the game. I considered him a close ally, and Miles, he was pretty chill. I liked the people that I had met from Emojis and Boo. Come merge. I talked to Reverb a bit later because I literally forgot about him when we first merged, and I was looking at my DMs and I was just like, wait, I did not message Reverb. Let me just message Reverb, and I found him pretty chill too. He was a bit sophisticated, and I liked how he was playing under UTR. I mean, he was playing a good UTR game until he was eventually eliminated Fire. But Bradley, I obviously was going to vote him from the start because of targeting me in the past, and then the fact that he had got 2 strikes at the time of the immunity final of immunity, which I won. And basically, I had already put my vote in for Bradley. Like, I know that before Lewis and Phoenix and them eventually agreed on Bradley, because I guess it was Reverb originally. But then I was like, I'm sorry, but Reverb did not have any strikes prior to that, and I felt like it's not fair to vote out someone who wants to play and then leave someone with strikes in, and so that's her. And it was a 4-person vote with 1 for Cheesecake. I think the vote was 1 for Cheesecake, 1 for Phoenix, 1 for Herb, and the rest for Bradley. So that's what happened. Like I said, Bradley's a chill dude, and I just think he was a bit too busy to focus on New York, which is definitely understandable. I mean, I really don't have much of a life myself, but I do understand, like, if people do have a life and they can't focus on New York full time. But like I said, he's pretty chill. I know it was a rocky beginning, but I mean, it happens. Then there was Ben, who was blindsided, and I didn't know anything about it until the blindside happened. Basically, it was supposed to be Cheesecake, and then obviously I voted Cheesecake, and then it just ended up being a blindside on Ben, and I was like, what happened? Like, why did this happen? Why? And it was just a mistake on Ben's part, and I'm just like, okay. And then, like, obviously, like, I will talk about how, because I know Cheesecake was a little disappointed when I shot him in the gun show challenge. I mean, it's understandable. You don't want to get shot, especially if it's an immunity challenge. But I felt like he was a strategic threat. I felt like he was an actual good player, and I was literally about to be at the ER for hours with somebody, and so yeah, that's basically it. And then, like, I felt like my parchment for Cheesecake at that tribal he was eliminated at. I looked back at it and then realized, hey, it was a bit harsh. I mean, I'm just being honest. Like, right. I may have like lied in regards to votes, but most times I was telling the truth. Like, most times I was telling the truth about stuff, like, in regards to how I felt about somebody as a person, or if they're an ally, in my opinion, or if they were chill or something like that. And a lot of that was my truth to me. And, but yeah, I'm being honest, and I felt like he was I felt like he was a good player, and I'm sure he could have got pretty far if we didn't vote him out. Because sometimes you don't need social game or physical game, or you don't need, like, one specific thing to, like, do well. Shout out to Neil. I don't think he's in the server, but he's this guy that was in Essential Survivor, and he prided himself on physical game. He didn't really do social game that well, but he mainly did physical games, so props to him on that. So that's what I'm saying. Social game's not everything. Physical game's not everything. Game's not everything. You have to have a balance. And this is the next. I literally did not want. Like, I knew. Like, this is the next thing I'm talking about, and I know this is going to be a reason that most, if not all, jurors will be uncomfortable with voting for me. And this is regarding the Holden blindside and my take on it. First off, I understand if you don't want to vote for me because of this, but so I was being honest. I had asked the tribe to vote me out so I could finish the EGIC for my Survivor org and sit on jury, because I was mostly pre-jury, and I was told that if I knew that if I was telling the host that I was going to quit, then I was going to be pre-jury. I would not be able to be on the jury, and I did not want that to happen. Me, my mostly pre-jury self. So I said the best thing to do is to ask to be voted out so I can actually sit on the jury and all that and finish the EGIC and stuff like that. And I was naive to believe that the tribe would follow my wishes. I was very naive. Little did I know that they were planning on blindsiding Holden. And this was like, because people were gonna, like, and it's like, at that tribal, I was just like, let's go. It's gonna be a simple vote. I'm gonna be unanimously sent to jury. Let's go. And then I mean, Holden followed my wishes, and I tried to follow my wishes, and I really appreciate him for that. He was a really good ally. And obviously I had to vote somebody, because if I even willingly tried to vote for myself, I would get a strike. And so then votes were like, that it was like a vote for me. I mean, obviously that was most likely Holden, and my vote, and then Lewis, a vote for Lewis, and then everybody else. Then the crossed out Emmy parchments and replaced them with Holden. Those just kept coming in, and then the last vote did not even have my name at all. So basically, he was blindsided, and I felt bad, really, really, really bad, and I was like blaming myself, because if I didn't ask to be, I felt like if I didn't ask to be voted out, he would still be in the game. But then I'm trying to think, maybe a blindside would have happened anyway. But I don't know. I still am like, well, if I didn't ask to be voted out, he would still be here. And I did literally put myself down about that for days, and when I found out about a blindside in another org, in my org, and how the person who was blindsided reacted, I realized that I did not react to the Holden blindside in the best manner. I was upset at some people, and I should not have been that upset. But this whole blindside gave me ammo to keep fighting. Like, it's just like, I was not going to quit. I was not going to be pre-jury. I was going to keep going. I may not have been voted out like the way if they don't, I'm trying to film this speech and my housemates keep talking. But anyways, I decided to keep going, and literally have the speech written down, so in case I don't remember some parts. The first challenge, since that I literally could not figure out whatsoever of how to finish that, and basically we ended up voting Martin out because, from what I was told, they were one of the driving forces behind Home Blindside, and I was like, well, let me vote him out. I'll just go along with it because I feel like it's the best thing. And then I voted then at the Miles vote out. Obviously, obviously I was voting Lewis because I had to vote. I had to, like, back then. I really had to vote everybody who was in charge of that damn Blindside out. My parchment for Lewis that tribal was a bit harsh in my opinion. Um, it was it said, Lewis, it is what it is, and then this is for Holden. You messed with the wrong person. Another proof that I did not react to the blind side in the best manner. And but yeah, Miles got voted out from Lewis's extra vote, and so Reverb's half idle. So yeah. And then like final five. Obviously it was another close one again, but we ended up being able to vote Lewis out this time, and I didn't do a harsh one because I didn't do another harsh one. Instead, I just put Lewis 2 Electric Boogaloo. Like, I made it as a joke, like a little jokey one, because I didn't want to be any more harsh in parchments. Because even if I won FIC and I would have had to write a vote for Phoenix, I would have like maybe put their name, and then something like, best of luck to you. I really enjoyed working with you, and I was not but yeah, I was like, at that time I was like, I'm not gonna make any harsh parchments like anymore. And people may think of this as like a suck up, but I'm not trying to be a suck up. I'm trying to like be completely honest. Like, each and every one of the jurors here deserve their spot. Like, I'm sure, like, anybody else could have been an FTC besides me, or Daisy, or even both of us. Like, every juror in this game literally had their own skill, and yeah, and I have to definitely shout out Lewis because it was his first org, and he actually made it to Final Five, and that is pretty damn good. And so yeah. I may have not played the best game. I can be seen as a goat. The final 8 thing may have put people down off of me, but I feel like I played like an underdog loyalty game because I was loyal to the ones I felt like I was close enough to. And I tried to get along with everybody. Obviously that may not have worked, but it happens. I value loyalty, and I was more of an underdog anyways, in my opinion. And I feel like I may because people may consider me a goat because I didn't do as much as Daisy, or because I sucked socially, or sucked physically, or sucked strategically. But here I am. I'm willing to answer any questions you guys have, from ones that will be like a bit harsh or critical to even fun ones. So I made this video speech because I felt like it would be fun. I felt like I want to go all out for my first and possibly only time making a final tribal council. But yeah, I would appreciate if at least one vote, because I appreciate the fact that I even made it here. Like, I feel like I just wanted to be 4th. Like, 4th was my highest org placement prior to this. I just wanted to be 4th, and then I'm in the final tribal council. So it's just great, and I wish you guys the best of luck to your decisions if you vote for me or for Daisy. I really don't care. Like, both of us, I felt like both of us deserved our spot. I would have rather lose to anybody else because, like I said, Daisy's an icon. She's chill. She's one of my faves in this game. And, yeah. So, let me get off of here because my housemate might want to talk. My housemates are probably wanting to talk right now. But anyways, bye!